We're going to make a meatloaf. You've seen the meatball episode, and it works the same way. We have our herb breadcrumbs, which you can see in the herb breadcrumb video, and we're just going to add, let's say about a handful is what we're doing. Now we're going to add 2 eggs. I have about 1.5 pounds of chopped meat here. That's just what the container came. Now remember, we're cooking this for a whole week. So even though this is cooking for batches and cooking for one, this is something that we want to last. So we're not going to cook a tiny meatloaf. We're going to cook a fairly large one. Now there's not much difference between this and meatballs, except we're going to add a little ketchup and mustard to it. We're going to add it both now while we're mixing it and also in the end. So just a little like half a teaspoon Dijon mustard and a little ketchup, just to have that nice tangy flavor. And if you like a little heat, you can put in a little cayenne pepper. Just a little. Now just gonna mix it with your hands. It's the best way to go. And you can also, it'll help you feel the texture, and you'll feel if it's too wet or too dry. And just mix it up. Oh yeah. Isn't it fun to play with food? Okay, this I find is a little bit too wet, that maybe I should have not added 2 eggs, so I'm just going to add a little more breadcrumbs. Now you don't want to have it too much breadcrumbs and eggs. You really want to only have a small percentage of it just to really bind it, because otherwise it's just going to be mushy. Some people use actual bread, but I find that to be mushy. I like meatloaf to be meaty. Okay, mix it up. Now what we're going to do is take our roasting pan, and I line it with foil because this will tend to burn in it, and why have to clean up? You take the whole thing, okay, and just pat it into a large ball, and then you make a loaf. Whatever shape you want. My kids once made this dinner, and they decided that they were going to make some nasty little shapes out of the meatloaf. It was very amusing, but they did a very good job. All right, and now what we're going to do is put ketchup and mustard around the outside. Make a nice little coating for flavor. Yes, you can only imagine what that shape was. Very nice. Okay, just spread it around with a spoon or a knife. And then this is going to go in the oven. My oven's been heating at 350 degrees, and this should go in the oven about this size for about half hour to 45 minutes. I don't cook it like really hard and well done. It will be dry, so you have to really be careful with this. But I say we'll put this in for about a half hour, and I'll let you know exactly how long it took to cook. Our meatloaf came out of the oven. It was cooked for about an hour, and it's done medium, which is the way I like it. You don't have to cook a meatloaf well done. You can eat it just like you would eat a hamburger, and that will stay in the oven, and you can make any one of these lovely sandwiches. So we basically have an hour's in the kitchen for a week's worth of meals. And add the dressing to all our little salads. This is the meatloaf. This is our chicken salad sandwich. This is our egg sandwich with avocado and tomato, panini style. This is chicken and sauteed onions, tomatoes, and this is just our chicken breast. So you eat that when it's fresh, and then you have all these options. We have our hard-boiled eggs, and when you have hard-boiled eggs, just mark it with an H to put in your refrigerator so you know which ones are hard-boiled, and you have food on the go.